Imagine waking up not to your phone buzzing, but to someone outside yelling about fish prices like it's the most urgent thing in the world. Welcome to ancient Athens. And trust me, every single day here feels like stepping into a chaotic, sun-soaked group chat where everyone has strong opinions and zero volume control. Let's jump right in. It's early morning. The air is warm already and your home, made of mud brick, not marble, feels simple and a little cramped. You roll out of bed, feet hitting a dusty floor, and grab breakfast. And by breakfast, I mean a chunk of bread that could double as a self-defense weapon. If you've got a bit of cheese or a few olives, congratulations, you're living the luxury life. Outside, the city is alive and loud. Athens doesn't do quiet mornings. You're immediately hit with the smell of baking bread, animals, smoke, and a kind of ancient city funk that's memorable. People are already heading to the agora, the beating heart of the city. Picture the busiest market you've ever been in, multiply the noise by 10, and add philosophers arguing like their lives depend on it. Merchants are yelling. Chickens are escaping. Someone's trying to sell you oil, someone else is shouting poetry. And a guy in a cloak is definitely trying to drag you into a debate about virtue. It's chaotic, but it's also the social media feed of ancient Athens. If something's happening, politics, scandals, drama, you hear it here first. Speaking of clothing, forget togas, wrong culture. Athenians wore chitons, loose, breezy tunics that were perfect for the heat, and sandals that absolutely would not survive the modern world. Also, no pockets, nothing. If you needed to carry something, it was going in a pouch, a basket, or just your hands. But here's where the day gets interesting. Athenians took politics seriously. If you were a male citizen, you were expected to show up at the assembly and actually participate. Imagine if voting today required you to physically show up, listen to hours of speeches, and then shout your stance in front of thousands of people. That's Athenian democracy. Loud, messy, extremely public. Meanwhile, women operated a totally different world. Most of daily life for them happened inside the home, running the household, managing food, weaving clothes, raising children, supervising servants. It was real work. And woven textiles? Those weren't hobbies. They were an entire economy inside a single room. By midday, the heat is basically trying to melt you. Shade becomes the most valuable resource in the city. People stop to grab water. Well, water. Really, it's wine mixed with water because drinking plain water was considered risky. And drinking unmixed wine? That meant you were either trying to start a bar fight or you had no self-control. This is also when you'd see the gyms packed. But these gyms weren't just about working out. They were the hottest social hubs in town. Part fitness center, part philosophy club, part let's all hang out and talk about the universe while covered in olive oil. And yes, everyone trained naked. Just casually, in public. That was normal. Entertainment didn't wait for weekends either. You might catch a performance at the theater, giant stone seating, huge crowds, masks, music, and plays that swung from hilarious to tragic to existential meltdown. And the audience? Absolutely ruthless. If they didn't like a play, they didn't just sit quietly, they booed, heckled, and threw stuff. As the sun starts setting, the vibe shifts. Dinner is simple, bread, vegetables, maybe fish if you're lucky. And then comes one of the coolest parts of Athenian life, the symposium. Think of it as a lounge night mixed with a debate club and a drinking game. Wealthy men reclining on couches, sipping wine, listening to music, playing games, and discussing everything from politics to love to what makes a good life. Basically the world's oldest podcast, but with more grapes. Eventually, things wind down. You step outside into streets that are completely dark. No streetlights, just an oil lamp, your own 2 feet, and the hope you don't trip over a stray dog or a broken pot. Houses glow gently from the inside. The city finally feels calm. You wash with cold water, lie down on your wool blanket, and let the noise of the day fade into silence. And here's the surprising part. For all the marble temples, the philosophers, the famous battles, Daily life in ancient Athens wasn't glamorous. It was loud, imperfect, funny, sweaty, political, social, and incredibly human. People argued. People hustled in the marketplace. People chased runaway goats. They worked hard. They hung out with their friends. They worried about money. They loved drama, just like we all do now. Daily life in ancient Athens wasn't some distant, unreachable thing. It felt real. It felt alive.